Nosferatu is the newest film from director Robert Eggers. Stars Lily Rose Depp, Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor-Johnson and a bunch of others, and is a remake of the 1922 Gothic classic. I'm not that well versed in the Nosferatu lore, I've only just watched the first one now, but what I will say is that I love how Eggers makes Nosferatu his own. He's been wanting to make this ever since The Witch, or even before then. He's been haunted by the idea of Nosferatu, so him getting to make it himself, dope as hell. And yes, we've got another banger on our hands here. What a movie. I think the thing that works the most for me about Nosferatu is the sound. The sounds themselves, especially what come from Orlok, are just haunting, which kind of describes the film itself, which is haunting. You've got all of these shadows which linger off the walls and bounce off, and then you're like, oh, where is he? Where is actual Orlok? Is he one of the shadows, or is he one of the things which aren't there? Traditional Gothic are laced in coal and snow, and it's beautiful to look at. Which brings me back to the genre as a whole, which is Gothic horror. I think Robert Eggers is the person to bring it back. He did so with The Lighthouse and even The Witch. Two films that follow a certain path and follow a certain genre of which is a dying form. And seeing Nosferatu do so well, especially at the box office, kind of just shows that it can be achieved by other people and by an auteur specifically. An auteur who uses what he's got, uses all the resources he's got to make the best film possible, while also paying tribute to the original source material. I can't talk about this film without talking about Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok himself, a performance of which really got under my skin, mainly because of the voice. It goes back to the sound, which I did mention. The sound really bellows and does all of these different things. It's very dark and gloomy. There's extra bass in the room, which is weird for a film with this scale, you know? But it all helps to sell the gothic energy of which the film is really trying to push forward. Even the look of Orlok gave me the shivers. Very grimy, he's very gross, he's got this weird mustache to him, which is strangely huge. He's got a certain aura. I hate using the word aura, especially now, but he's got a certain aura to it, which the film carries over. When it comes to the film itself, I think the plot itself is pretty simple. If you think about it, it's a mysterious figure who is enamored by a woman and tries to possess said woman so that he can have her for himself. That's practically the whole thing. I think that if this was directed by somebody completely different, the plot would just turn into mush. But when you've got all of these different components, all of these different elements working at the top of its game, it kind of comes together in this big collection of gothic mastery, which kind of turns into a better plot, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of films like Nosferatu. I think it's a dying genre. These films are kind of a dying breed as well. Seeing a horror do this great at the box office just gives me hope for the genre as a whole, and I hope that Robert Eggers comes back even better than this, which is a hard task considering how excellent this film as it is. The bleak energy really sold me, and it really got me well versed into the Nosferatu lore, and I'm glad that this exists, you know? I'm glad it exists. I look forward to seeing it again. I look forward to seeing that weird ass mustache again, and I'm looking forward to seeing the cinematography again. I think that's one of the most vital points that I forgot to mention. If you love gothic horror and you love horror in general, I think this is going to be up your street. It was definitely up mine, and as somebody who doesn't really like horror movies, this is kind of everything. It's everything I wanted and more. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Nosferatu. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.